I used to complain and blame. And I thought to myself, why is it always me? 6 months ago, I started my own talent development company called Growth Achievers. During those times, I was at the peak of my career because I thought to myself, this is it. I'm living my dream life. I got investors in, I got a lot of different initiatives that I want to roll out. Now, just when I had really high hopes in my business, guess what happened? The pandemic happens. It hits us hard. And for the longest period of time, I never thought that it is something we will actually go through. Because just when I started my business, all our businesses were in lockdown. We were not able to deliver trainings. We were not able to go out there to meet our clients. And because of that, I had no money coming in. And at that time, I asked myself this, why am I so unlucky? Hey there, this is Shu Yi here, where I help struggling entrepreneurs to generate more profit into their business by mastering their performance. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you the top 5 mindset of high achievers to help you achieve your business goals much faster. Now before that, make sure you click on the subscribe button below and turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss any video from us. Now this pandemic has wiped out many businesses and causing a lot of entrepreneurs to struggle. But I also believe that in this time, this is actually a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for all of us out there. Because think about it, where other people right now they are struggling, this is actually the best time for you to stand out. This is actually the best time for you to outperform others so that you can become the market leader in your industry. So I believe that what separates high achievers from average people is their mindset. So this is why when most people right now they are panicking, they are feeling fearful. When you have a strong mindset, it sets you up for success because it differentiates you from the rest. Where people right now they are afraid, you are very clear with what you want. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you the top 5 mindset of high achievers so that you can have this mindset as well and help you to achieve your goals much faster. Now, mindset number 1. High achievers are committed to achieve their goals. Now, for many people, they wish to achieve success. They hope to achieve success. They feel good to achieve success. But the problem is they are not committed to achieve success. When you make it a must for you to achieve results, you will do whatever it takes, whether it's going through challenges, whether it's going through hardship, whether it's getting rejected by people. Whatever you go through, you will do whatever it takes for you to achieve your goals. Now, years ago, when I started this entrepreneurship journey, I was really demotivated at that time. Now, I faced a lot of rejection and I faced a lot of setbacks during that time where I don't get clients in. Now, my mentor, he told me this, Shu Yi, the reason why you are not achieving your goals right now is simply because you are not committed. That's it. He said this. He said it right in my face. And as I reflected, I realized that it is actually true. Because whatever results that we are having right now, it is actually a reflection of the level of our commitment at that point. Now, I know this is going to offend a lot of people, but I'm still going to share with you this. You are only earning how much you are committed to earn. Which means that right now, the level of income that you are having right now, it shows the level of commitment that you put into. Now think about it, if you put in 50% of commitment into making the income that you want, guess what? You are going to get only 50%. So I believe that whatever you do, the results that you have in your life, it is actually part of your commitment. It shows how committed you are in getting the results that you want. Mindset number 2, high achievers accept the truth. High achievers are honest about themselves. They are extremely clear with what they want, what they lack of, and what are their strengths as well. Now, for many people, they don't admit their mistakes. They don't admit their weakness. Now, when you don't admit your mistake or when you don't even know what your weaknesses are, guess what? You are not going to change. Now, after coaching many people around the world, I discovered that many people, they don't even know what they don't know. If you know what you don't know, if you know what you lack of, you can still change. You can still invest the time in learning up a certain skill. But the problem is, if you do not even know what are the skills that you lack of, what are your weaknesses, guess what? You are not going to change. Clarity is power. And I believe that the first step to change is actually for you to be extremely clear with what you want. Now, when I first started my business, I asked myself this 3 questions, and you can apply this in your business as well. Okay? Now, the first question that I asked myself is, what is my goal? What do I want to achieve? The second question that I asked myself is this: what is my strength right now? What is the strength that I have that could potentially bring me towards my goal, that could help me move one step closer to my goal? The third question that I ask myself is, what are my weaknesses right now? What are the things that is stopping me from achieving my goals right now? Alright, now if you look at it, this is my goal over here, and this is where I am right now. This is my weakness. So how do I fill in the gap so that I move one step closer to my goal every single day? Now, mindset number 3, high achievers take responsibility. I believe that there are 2 types of people that arises in this crisis. Now, the first type of people is what we call victim. Victim have this mindset that says they complain and blame. Now, when the crisis hit, they ask themselves this question: why am I so unlucky? Why is it always me? Now, victim focus on the problem and they blame the government, they blame their family members, they blame their friends, they blame the people around them, and they blame all these different things but not themselves. Now, let me ask you this: if you are a victim in life, how likely are you going to achieve results in your life? Chances are it's relatively low. Now, I believe that there's this second type of people that arise in this crisis. Now, this type of people is what we call victor. Now, victor focus on the solution. When the crisis hit, they know right now they can't control the external environment. They can't control the economy. They can't control the decision made by the government. So they ask themselves this one question: right now, what is it that I can control at this point of time? And they found out that the one thing that they can control right now is their mindset, their action, and the decision that they make. So Victor will always ask themselves this: what can I do right now to get more clients into my business? What can I do right now even though other people are struggling so that I'll be able to stand out from the market? Now, did you notice a pattern here? Where you ask yourself a different question, you get a different answer. So I believe that questions have power. When you are able to ask yourself an empowering question, guess what? You get an empowering answer. But if you ask yourself a stupid question, guess what? Your brain will give you a stupid answer. For example, if you ask yourself this: why is it me? Why am I so unlucky? Why is it always me? Guess what? Your brain will tell you that because you're stupid, because you are just not good enough, because you don't deserve to be loved. This is what our brain does to us. Our brain will give us exactly the answer that we ask for. Now, I want to share with you this very personal experience of mine. 6 months ago, I started my own talent development company called Growth Achievers. When I first started that company, there are a lot of different opportunities for us to explore, and we managed to travel around 4 different countries to provide trainings, to deliver our trainings to thousands of people. Now, I had high hopes that I was going to succeed, and at that time, we managed to secure our first 5-figure investment into our company. We managed to get investors into our company. During those times, I was at the peak of my career because I thought to myself, this is it. I'm living my dream life. I got investors in, I got a lot of different initiatives that I want to roll out. Now, just when I had really high hopes in my business, guess what happened? The pandemic happens. It hits us hard. And for the longest period of time, I never thought that it is something we will actually go through. Because just when I started my business, all our businesses were in lockdown. We were not able to deliver trainings. We were not able to go out there to meet our clients. And because of that, I had no money coming in. And for the entire month, I was really stressed out just because I had no income coming into my business. And at that time, I asked myself this: why am I so unlucky? Why is it that this is the first time I started my business and just few months into it, this pandemic happens? I used to complain and blame. And I thought to myself, why is it always me? That was what I asked myself back then. But I came to realize that at that time, I was actually in a victim state. Because at that time, I was blaming, I was complaining. Now, as human beings, I understand. It is easy for us to complain. It is easy for us to blame. Because when we blame, we put the responsibility out to other people. We no longer hold on to all this responsibility. And when I realized that, I made a decision. Right now, I told myself this: I'm not going to complain, I'm not going to blame. Let's just switch our strategy and let's just go online. Right? So after I made that switch and after I transformed myself from a victim, everything changes. Because after that, I managed to bring my business online, convert all my trainings online, and guess what? We managed to make close to 5-figure during that crisis when our country is in lockdown. So that was the first time I realized the power of our mindset. Because if we choose to continue blaming and complain, guess what? Nothing will ever happen for us. And mindset number 4. High achievers know that they are good enough. The problem with many of us is that we think that we are never good enough. And do you know why we think this way? It's because deep down inside, since we are young, we were programmed this way ever since we were young. Now think about it. When you were young, in your environment, there will be people out there telling you that you are just not good enough, your results are not good enough, you are not talented enough. And as a young kid, we are like a sponge. We absorb everything that people throw to us. We believe in them. We trust them. And when we grow up, we develop this belief that says we are never good enough. But what if I tell you that this belief that you are having right now, it is actually costing you millions of dollars. Now, years ago, I used to have this belief that I think that I will never be a speaker. I will never become a great public speaker just because I'm not good at public speaking. And just when I was about to give up, there was this one mentor. His word changed my entire life. And he told me this: Shu Yi, unless you see yourself as a somebody, no one will ever see you as a somebody. And you will forever remain a nobody. Those words actually woke me up. For the longest period in my life, I have always been a nobody. I have always been a nobody. Just because I think that I was not good enough, I think that people will never look up to me. But because of those words, I realized that in order for me to become a somebody, I must first see myself as a somebody. Mindset number 5, high achievers take action. For many people, what they do is that they just talk. They spend a lot of time talking, they spend a lot of time planning, but then they just don't take action. Now, I believe that knowledge itself is not power. Taking action is power. When you take action, you always get results. You either get the results that you want, or you either get the results that you don't want. Now, when you get the results that you want, congratulations, you move on, you set a new goal. But what happens when you get the results that you don't want? For many people, they see that as a failure. They tell themselves that right now I'm not getting the results that I want. It means that I'm a failure. But guess what? High achievers, they don't see failure as failure. They see failure as a feedback for them to move forward. So whenever they fail, they implement those feedbacks, they get better every single time, and that's how they progress further. That's how they start a successful business. Now, you need to understand this. When you are starting your own business, you are never going to succeed at the first time. That is not possible. So when you fail, what do? You tweak your message, you tweak your marketing, you tweak your product, you find the right message until finally it resonates with your audience. That is how you start a successful business. Okay, now you may be asking me, Shu Yi, if that is that simple, why is not everyone else doing it? The answer is very simple. Because for many people, they have this fear of failure inside them. They tell themselves that, what if I take action and I fail? What if I do all these things but then still I don't achieve my goals? For most people, they are being paralyzed by the fear of failure rather than the failure itself instead. Okay? So you need to understand this. If you want to become a high achiever, for you to start your own business, you need to start getting rid of all these limiting beliefs that you have inside you. Because ultimately, what gets you results is when you start taking action. So here are the 5 top mindset of high achievers that you need to start adopting if you want to become a high achiever to start seeing results in your business. So with that, I want you to comment below. What is your greatest takeaway from this video today? And if you haven't already, make sure you click the subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell so that you can get more videos like this every single week. With that, stay awesome and I hope to see you the next time.